It out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Flying in.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run, watch the run.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go. Hey, Phil.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll set up a throw. Caught. It's Wilson. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This is Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Parker unable to get that one. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott going to take a shot. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. They'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run with Elliott. Got some room at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right. He's tight right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington in Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And 10 yards to go.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Elliott. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch the run.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Parker, the intended target. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He was looking for Parker that time. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the second down throw on target. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. That'll be complete to Breida. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
First down, Miami.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now back to throw, and that is intercepted, or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll set up a throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This is Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
Here's Prescott. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. Now Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
63. Dolphins
20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
But it brings up 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Back to throw now on first down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 9 now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Prescott now sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Here we go. This is flag. Mike 54. You don't want this.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Jakeem Grant. Incomplete. Quentin Dix on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, 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 hey.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I'm scared. Hey, watch that.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Jakeem Grant. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Target, target. 48, 48.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Prescott to throw it. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.